Good evening, guys, and welcome to the Judge's Scorecard. I'm your host, Christopher the Judge Dove, as we get into Fight Night Lewis versus Spivac. A little bit of a recap from UFC 281. Great card, a lot of good fights. As far as posted bets, we went 2-2. The bets we won, happy to get the underdog, Michael Trezano. Good win for him and us as well. We also hit the bankroll builder bet, which we knew was a little bit chalky, but there was never really a sweat there. The bad bet was definitely Dominic Reyes. He got knocked out. Didn't see that coming. He just hasn't lived up to what he once was. Our last ticket that we had Adesanya on it, up 3-1, going into the fifth. Looked like an easy jog away winner and gets knocked out. That's UFC. For this week's bets for UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Spivac, we're going with a 4-bet format once again. The first bet we're going to use is going to be that bankroll building bet. We're, prohibitive favorites, but we're hoping just to add a little money to the bankroll. And that bet is going to be Jack Della Maddalena parlayed with Zuma Guloff and Charles Johnson to go over 2.5 rounds. So that's risking $150 to get back $243. The second bet we're going to go with is a 2-fight parlay, and that's going to be He-Stand and Nzechiku, and that's $100 to get back $250. The third we're going to go with is our favorite underdog of the card, and that is Teresa Bleda. She's the first fight, also making her UFC debut, 20 years old. I think she's something to watch. So $100 to get you back $238. Our fourth and final bet is going to be our first attempt at a 3-fight parlay, and that's going to be Jack Della Maddalena, Ricky Tercios, and Vanessa Demopoulos. And that's going to be a $39 bet to get us back $147. So 4 bets overall. We're hoping to go better than 2-2 like we did last week and pad our bankroll. Good luck. Okay, guys, this is just kind of a fight-by-fight. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call it a breakdown, but more of just a preview and who I have to win each fight. In the first fight, we have Teresa Bleda. Again, she's making her UFC debut, 20-year-old. I expect her to win by decision. In the next fight, we're going with He-Stand. I think He-Stand over Garcia by knockout. In fight number 10, we are going with Vanessa Demopoulos. I believe this fight goes to the distance and Demopoulos by decision. Ricky Tercios could be a knockout, could go decision. This fight's pretty close. I do like Tercios, though. In the next fight, we have Vince Morales, an underdog. I think Miles Johns is probably leading the fight and then gasses out. Vince Morales, by decision, goes 3 rounds. In the next fight, we have Marina Moroz. I believe this fight also goes the distance, and Moroz gets the decision. The next fight, we have Charles Johnson. This fight, I definitely think goes the distance. This is in our one of our bets that we like a lot, over 2.5 rounds. I think Charles Johnson wins by decision. Our next fight, we have one of the biggest favorites on the card, or actually the biggest favorite on the card, Jack Della Maddalena. I think he wins probably in a first-round knockout. The following fight is Andre Filalejo. Filalejo, I would expect this fight to finish early. I'm not sure he's going to win, but somebody wins inside the distance, in my opinion. Next, we have Chase Sherman. I'm going to take the underdog here. Just a little more savvy, quite a few more UFC fights. As long as he doesn't get knocked out in the first round, I think he can win this fight. Lots of leg kicks. The next fight, Kennedy and Nzechiku. I think he is an up-and-comer, makes a statement, and gets this win easily. And for the main event, 2 heavyweights that are trying to kill each other. I'm going to stick with the big dog, Derek Lewis. I think that he gets a knockout and somehow at 37 keeps figuring out ways to win and stay alive in this heavyweight division. I expect a little criticism coming after our first week. We went 2-2, lost a little bit of money. So I know on here there's always going to be people that have a thing to say. But at the end of the day, we do put our money where our mouth is. The bets that I give are bets that I made with my own money. And the best part about this is if you don't like my picks, you're more than welcome to bet against me.